You take their old voices and use them. And all the old fans, you confuse them. And if they don't like it, you abuse them. This is bound to drive them wild. Galaxy of Adventure. Galaxy of Adventure. This is Star Wars. Galaxy of Adventure. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Galaxy of Adventure. Galaxy, galaxy, galaxy of Adventure. What's up, guys? This is the Gospel according to Mark with a C. He is I and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you what's on my mind. Check it out. Look at this, guys. Tell me your brother's not geeking out this weekend. I'm reading my Secret Wars collection from something like 30 freaking years ago, man. This is amazing. But I have these in something like triplicates. So these are the versions that I actually get to crack open and read. And my son has been reading them too, and he's flipping out, man. So we're having a great time with that as usual. And then I'm going to get back to this. So I'm having a marvelous weekend. You know, this is pretty good, by the way, guys. I don't know if anyone's gotten this. It, you know, might make a good holiday gift. But yeah, so I'm having a good time with this. But, you know, I've noticed, you know, everybody's been talking about this Galaxy of Adventure. The latest, what, Star Wars cartoon or animated shorts that they're doing. And it's crazy, man. It's like this is kind of like a retelling of the original trilogy broken down into animated shorts using the original voices of the original crew. You know, we're talking about Harrison Ford. And you know, the funny thing about Harrison Ford, Han Solo, his voice is more animated than the actual animated cartoon Harrison Ford or Han Solo. It's so funny because you see these voices mashed up to the cartoons and you realize that nothing beats the actual live action screenplay. You know what I mean? So it's like you see these things. So yes, they're using Harrison Ford, Mark Hamill, and Carrie Fisher, among others, I'm sure. Like everybody, you know, James Earl Jones, everybody. So it's kind of crazy, man. And it's like I saw the preview yesterday, and the trailer, and I also saw like about 5 of the little shorts that they have on the YouTube channel, Star Wars Kids, I think it is. Maybe I'll leave a link in the description box so you can check it out yourself. But I have this article that I want to share with you also, where you have the producer of Star Wars Galaxy of Adventure talking about being playful with the classic canon. That's just what we want to hear these days. The producer of Star Wars Galaxy of Adventures talks about being playful with classic canon. And this is on io9.gizmodo.com, and it's by Julie Muncie. And it goes on to, oh, by the way, it's got a picture of, I guess, the cartoon Luke Skywalker handling his lightsaber erection there. You know, why his hair is blowing, I don't know, but I guess that's part of being playful. Whee! Alright, so it goes on. Yesterday, Lucasfilm released the first batch of Star Wars Galaxy of Adventure shorts, a series of animated shorts that pair new visuals with audio from the films, creating bite-sized reinterpretations of the Star Wars universe, perfect for kids, except for the Darth Vader one, which is kind of brutal. They're playful, odd interpretations of their source material, and that's the point. According to Josh Rhimes, producer on the shorts, these were made to be inviting and creative takes on the franchise. We were looking for ways to invite young kids into the saga through exciting and vibrant bursts of animation that didn't talk down to them, he told StarWars.com. In particular, he talks about the way the shorts are thematically focused, playful renditions of Star Wars. The idea of approaching moments with a sense of playfulness was important, Rhimes says. We didn't want to make one-to-one exact retellings of the moments a lot of us know and love. Through the storytelling, design, and style and kinetic action, the team really heightened these familiar moments, making the battles big and vivid and exciting, and enhancing many of them with humor and levity. This approach strikes me as really interesting and valuable. This approach strikes me as a really interesting and valuable one. Like any big sci-fi franchise, Star Wars can take canon pretty seriously, sometimes way too seriously, crafting whole movies around it, giving it cohesion, and that can be a weakness. What's really exciting about these shorts, beyond there being great entry points for children, is how willing they are to, well, reinterpret Star Wars. Like, why do they have to dumb it down for children? I think most of us today got into Star Wars when we were something like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, you know what I mean? And those of us who are getting into it these days through our parents, some of us are even younger than that. You know, so why are they acting like Star Wars has to be like seriously dumbed down for children, like it's your favorite breakfast cereal? Silly rabbit, Star Wars are for kids, and then they take it back from us. That's what they're doing. This is for kids. Don't you critique it. It's for kids. You wouldn't understand it. Okay. The whole interview is up at StarWars.com if you're interested, but it's this that stuck out with me. The importance of being playful and creative with canon. It's an approach see, once again, guys, I guess this is what EVS will call that garbage tier kind of thing, because the writing is just ridiculous. It's an approach keeps the old stories alive. Maybe they mean it's an approach that keeps the old stories alive, and we need more work like it. Okay, all right. Well, that was very special. But guys, you know, when I saw the trailer for Galaxy of Adventure, I said to myself, you know, it's actually, I think it's kind of like inevitable, right? I think it's inevitable that they're going to do a reimagining of Star Wars if you're going to be like realistic about it, because let's face it, we are not the last generation of Earthlings, of human beings that will ever be. And Star Wars is kind of one of those stories that's going to go throughout time. Excuse me. So I fully expect that at some point someone will try to reimagine it. Someone will try to, you know, of course, recast it and sell it to a whole new generation. I do believe it's inevitable. So just that did not offend me. You know, when I saw it, I'm like, okay, I'm not a big fan of this type of animation, but okay, maybe it'll work. But then what threw me off was the fact that they're using the original voices. You know, that to me is, that's kind of like a little bit on the creepy side, if you ask me. You know, because, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of when you have a doll and you like pull the little string out of its ass and then you let it go and it says something pre-recorded. You know, that's what it kind of looks like to me, because these sound bites are like 30 and 40 years old. You know what I mean? It's like watching or watching an old comedy and you hear the laugh tracks and you're thinking, man, all those laughing voices, that's kind of ghostly, man. They're probably all like dead by now and shit, you know what I mean? So it's like hearing the old voices being used this way and knowing that it can only go so far because there's only so much recorded voice that they have there, it really limits what you're doing on the screen and what you're doing with the story. You know what I'm saying? And this continues to be the problem with Disney Lucasfilm, because they claim they want to forget the past and kill it if you have to, but they have this nagging tendency to keep going back to the past. You know, I think they're really showing like what their true intentions are. What they really want is they want this generation to just die out so they can get about the business of reinterpreting Star Wars for a new generation. I think that's what it is, because there's also an article out there now where they're talking about, oh, we have everything we need to redo Star Wars, because they claim now that they have Alden Ehrenreich, now that they have CGI Leia, and they have this Hobbit looking dude, you know, playing Luke in this little picture that they have that's been circulating. And people are right when they say he looks like a Hobbit. He absolutely freaking does. You know, I look at it and you just hear him saying, Sam, oh Sam. come and spoon me, Sam. He looks like a freaking hobbit, you know, but yeah, people are getting excited about this now because they feel like they have the big three right here. And that's a pretty pathetic looking big three, if that's your big three. It's like what they have to understand is that Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, and Carrie Fisher was like catching lightning in a bottle. You know, and then it goes further, of course, with George Lucas and the music of John Williams, the voice of James Earl Jones. All of that mixed in is what gave you the classic that we now know as Star Wars, the original trilogy. If you really think that you can just stumble onto your big three this way, and you think that Alden Ehrenreich or whatever is going to be a part of it, you're delusional. It's just not going to work. And this is why Disney Lucasfilm continues to struggle. But far be it from me to try to make my voice heard. Of course they don't care. I'm just a fan. I'm just somebody who grew up with it, as the rest of you are as well. So why should they listen to us? Disney Lucasfilm, go on with Alden, go on with the Hobbit boy, go on with the CGI Leia. See what it gets you, pal. See what it gets you. Just have at it. But anyway, guys, Galaxy of Adventure. What do you think of it? Get at me in the comment section and let me know. Yeah, it just keeps on going around and around. Where it stops, nobody knows. Guys, I'll catch you on the next one. I am the Gospel according to Mark with a C. Rock on.